up? What's up, people? How you guys doing? It's been a while. This is Jeremiah Davis. I am the funding coach. How you guys doing? I've been traveling, and it's just hard to keep up with my lives when I'm moving around so much. But I'm back. Actually, next week I'm traveling again. But um, I had to just drop in and give you guys a few pointers. I got a topic. I got some things that have been on my mind I want to share with y'all. So we're going to get right into it. Like I said, my name is Jeremiah Davis. I am the funding coach, and this is the Business Source. On this channel, I give away business tips for entrepreneurs and small business owners. I have 4 businesses myself, and they're all scaling and growing. And I just want to help as many people, other people as I can, be successful in their business or start a business. But there's a few things that happen when you start out being an entrepreneur. You go through different peaks and valleys, if you will. And one thing that keeps you going through the valleys is your why. So today I want to talk about, what's your why? Entrepreneurs, what is your why? Why are you doing this? Why do you want to be a business owner? Why do you want to be an entrepreneur? Okay, we can go through a whole litany of reasons, more money, more free time, things like that. But, following your dream, following your passion, or following your purpose. Okay, about a year ago, I had a show on with a friend of mine, and we talked about the difference between purpose and passion. All right. And just as a quick side note, cliff note here, you can be passionate about a whole lot of stuff, but you ain't got no business doing it. Okay. Passion doesn't equal purpose. If you're passionate about something, you still need to double check to see if that's your purpose. You should, whatever you do, your passion, your purpose should be aligned, because you can't quit your purpose. You can, but it's very difficult. Your purpose is something you're going to do regardless if you get paid for it or not. If that's helping people, if that's providing a service, maybe food is your purpose and your passion, just cooking good quality food and letting people enjoy it. There's a lot to be said for that. We all love food, so. But there's certain people that are very passionate about things, causes, political views, and really, just need to, leave it alone. Just because you're passionate about something doesn't mean you have to be involved in it. And it's probably, especially if it's not your expertise, So just that's a food for thought. Always keep in mind that just because you're passionate about it doesn't mean that's what, uh, God, your higher power, what have you, wants you to do. He wants you to fulfill the purpose that you were created for. So, what's your why? Let's get into it. What's your why? Requires some soul searching, okay? Because it means you have to get to the core of what you're doing and why you're doing it. It's like your driving force. When you have that nailed down, then nothing is going to stop you, because you're not going to give up. You're not going to quit on that. And that's the whole idea. So I'm going to share you my why. Okay. If you guys want to chime in and give me, some comments on what your why is, or maybe you trying to figure out what your why is. Okay. I mean, some of the most common whys are family, right? You want to spend more quality time with your family. You want to provide a better life for your family, to make more money for your family. You want to provide a higher education for your children, your grandchildren, things like that. Those are good whys. But the caveat is the people, your people, your family might not be supportive of you, even though you're doing it for them. All right. So that's something. That's why I'm saying you got to take that soul searching, and regardless if they support you or not, you're going to keep doing it. Okay. And quite frankly, I mean, I'm a perfect example. I love my family to death, and you guys can see by Facebook posts. I hang out with my family a lot. We travel to different countries, travel around this country, and we spend a lot of quality time. My brothers, my sisters, my nieces and nephews, my kids, my grandkids, everybody. I mean, we love to get together and laugh and joke and have a good time, and there's always food. All right, we're gonna cook, we're gonna eat. You know that. But when I'm sharing my vision with them, a lot of times they don't understand. They don't get it. You know, it's like it's foreign to them because it's not their vision. All right. My vision was given to me by my beliefs. God gave it to me, and it's constantly evolving and changing, and that's my driving force. But behind that, my why is I don't want my kids or my grandkids, my nieces or nephews to my family to struggle like I struggled, like my mom struggled, like the previous generations had to struggle with the lack of information, lack of knowledge, as well as opportunity. And I want to set up as many of them as I can as entrepreneurs and to be successful. And one of those things is helping them, like my niece and nephew. They want to start a t-shirt company. They got the logo, they got the slogan. It's a message for other teams that they want to convey. So I'm helping them put that together. I'm financing the whole front end of it, and they can keep all the profit. But even if that business starts making $5,000 or $10,000 a month, and they're in junior high, right? They're like, well, my niece just turned 15, 16. She wants to drive my BMW. That's a whole nother conversation. Okay. But they will have more resources than I did, than their mom, my niece. They're my great niece and nephew, than she did. So they'll have more information, knowledge, right? Being an entrepreneur, starting a business as a teenager with a message to change the world. It's a no bullying message, but there's a different spin on it, and I think it resonates. And as long as they can get, so there's just hoodies and t-shirts and hats and things like that, sweats, might branch out to some coffee mugs and doing some few things like that, but it's going to be their business. I'm setting it up for them, and all the money's going to go to them, and they ain't got to give me nothing. I just want to see them succeed and continue to do it. Okay. I have another niece. I know she started a online candle store. All right. She's doing it. So my point being is I'm helping a number of my family members. I'm fixing their credit so they can be in a better position to buy a home. We have to do it for more than ourselves. Your why has to be more about a greater purpose than just your own personal need. I don't want to say selfish, but it is. So and I think that's the catalyst, right? When you have even if they acknowledge you or not, if they don't understand why you're doing it, you understand why you're doing it. Okay. My son, I tell him all the time, I want you to inherit these businesses. I want to retire in about 4 or 5 years, and I want you to take them up, but I'm not going to give you nothing that you ain't worked for. And if you don't know nothing about my businesses, then there's no way I'm going to turn this over to you, and it's going to fall apart. Okay. So either you're going to get on board and you're going to learn the businesses, learn everything that I've collected over the last 20 years in my head, not only learn that and master it, but as well as expand upon it. Okay. The Davis Thorpe Empire should last generations. Okay. This is my goal. This is what I'm doing. I'm building an empire for my family that will be passed down for generations, and they can provide them jobs, marketing, sales, creativity. I don't care what branches they branch into, but long as it keeps it in the family, right? And as long as you got you get your head on straight, I want to hire my cousins and my niece, other extended family, if they're willing or want to, and they're gonna perform. But my point, and even if that means helping them start another business, that's okay. Okay. They don't have to work in my business, but if they got a business idea, okay, I want you to bring it to me and let's formulate a plan and let's get it on. Let's get it down. Let's get it cooking. Let's do this. Okay. Because the one thing I just learned that being an entrepreneur, being a business owner is the modern day rebel. Okay. The system is designed for the work to be. And, you're going to work, what, 40, 50, 60 years and then retire and try to enjoy it in the last 5 or 10 years. Nah, we ain't doing that no more. We're not doing that no more. Okay, we're gonna make our money now, and we're gonna enjoy it now, and we're gonna plan for the future, and we're gonna leave something for the next generation. We're gonna leave them businesses. We're gonna leave them real estate portfolios. We're gonna leave them cash money. All right, not a little $10,000, $15,000 life insurance policy. I'm talking about hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars, right? So they don't have to go in debt to go to college. If they want to be a doctor, they can go to become a doctor debt free. They want to be a lawyer, they can become a lawyer debt free. Okay, whatever they want to do, we can provide that as a family because we have the resources and the means to do it. My granddaughter, if y'all seen with my grandkids, y'all already know. They got me wrapped around their finger. I can't do nothing about it. But she is a beast in the pool, right? And if you know my family, we're all swimmers. We grew up swimming. We love the water. She kills it in the pool. She has a real shot of maybe going to the Olympics. But I got to provide the resources for her to get the coaching, the training, and the support to make it. Okay. And that's her dream. That's what she wants to do. She already told us she wants to go to the Olympics as a swimmer. So we're going to do everything we can to make that happen. Okay. And that means that's my why. That's my why. You get what I'm saying? You get where I'm coming from? I want my granddaughter to be Olympic gold medalist. And whatever swim heat that she wants to do, if it's freestyle, breaststroke, backstroke, I don't care. Okay. In high school, I was on a diving team. My little sister was on a swim team. Like I said, we one of those black families that know how to swim and love to swim. Okay. Love the water. But the point being is, if I want to see my granddaughter's dream come true. Okay. Don't you want that? Don't you? That's why you're gonna work 12 hours a day, 16 hours a day. Okay, so you leave something more than which was left for you. Okay, and no fault to my parents. They did the best they can. It was a whole different generation. It was way different back then. So, but my point is now I have the information. I have the access to the resources. I can pass that information, those resources down and change the next generation's life. And better yet, as the funding coach, I can teach you how to do it for your family as well. You want to start a business, you got an idea, you don't know how to monetize it, all right? If it's a product or a service, there's a way to monetize it. If it's not a way to monetize it, then it's a bad idea. And I ain't got no problem telling you. My point is, once you have it, and nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to do it for you, all right? Nobody's going to give you everything you need. Nobody's going to help you because they like you so much. You got to work for it. Okay. All right. I get too many people that are jumping into different businesses and industries trying to become a millionaire overnight. I can tell you what, I know a bunch of millionaires and none of them got rich overnight. They've been working at that thing for 5, 10 years. And now they're all over social media. Now they're big time. But I knew them when we was all broke. Okay. So my point being is, if it's too good to be true, it is. It's not true. It's not going to happen. You have to put in the time. Okay. Let me tell you something else. And this is just a side note. If you own a credit repair business and you just got in it and you hire a VA and the VA got to teach you how to do credit repair, you might need to rethink that. Okay. This is an issue. This has been coming up a lot lately. People are getting into the industry. They're not knowing, and they're not studying, they're not putting in the time and investment to learn the business, and they expect to outsource everything, even the knowledge how to run a business. You can't do that. All right. Because it's not their business. All right. Even if you call me and I give you a bunch of free advice, I'm not doing it for you. It's not my business. All right, it's your business, and you need to take ownership of it, and you need to pay work for it. All right. If you're not going to do that, go get you a 9-to-5. Okay, because I'm gonna tell you something else. This entrepreneur thing ain't for everybody. It ain't for the weak of heart. So some things. If you ain't gonna be ready for it, so I ain't gonna use that because I wasn't ready for it, but I didn't quit. I didn't give up. Okay. I went through, and then another common thing that we go through as entrepreneurs is a rough patch. The meeting of the minds, where the rubber meets the road, kind of stuff where I lost everything. I'm 2 years into this without a safety net, and now all my money is dried up. All right, now I'm going to God in prayer, like what's happening? What are you doing? Why is this happening to me? And the only thing I heard was, do you know I'm going to what do you say? What do you say? Do you know I will never leave you nor forsake you, or do you hope I will never leave you nor forsake you? I said, oh, okay. Well, in that case, let me go study the scriptures. Point being is, I was scared. I didn't know what I was going to do. I started looking for another 9 to 5, but I couldn't do a 9 to 5 and build what I was building. Okay, and I hung in there for over a year, living well below the level I'm used to living to. I mean, I went back to making probably less than $50,000 for one whole year. I made less than $50,000 in one whole year. I defaulted on all my credit cards. My credit went bad. All I was able to do is keep working, keep a roof over my head, and keep my car note. Okay, but this is the commonality. All the successful people go through the same scenario. They go through this valley where the whole world come crashing down around you, and you don't know what you're going to do. And you either have two choices: quit or keep moving forward. And if you don't have the fortitude or the confidence in yourself, because everybody else is going to tell you to quit. Else is going to tell you to quit. They're going to tell you go get a job. You need to go get a job right now. Okay, but if you know this is what you're supposed to do, this is what your purpose is, you better not quit. You better never quit. Don't quit. Okay. And then after that year of perseverance and working nonstop, I came out the next year and made more money than I ever have in my life. And every year since then, it's been 3 years ago now, I'm doubling my revenue and my businesses. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. But if I would have quit when things got tough, right, almost impossible, I would have never got to this point. I would have never been on the verge of the things that are coming around the corner. Next 6 to 12 months, I got some things that are coming out that's going to change the whole industry. Okay, you guys, I'm the funding coach because I know how to get the money. I know the qualifications and requirements for the credit, for the cash, business, whatever business product you're looking for, business trade lines, business loans, equipment loans, real estate investment loans, all that stuff. Okay, the credit and the income and the qualifications and requirements to access the money. That's the information. My people perish for lack of knowledge. If you don't have the knowledge, you're not going to make it. Sometimes you got to pay for the knowledge. Okay, this knowledge is not taught in high school. It's not taught in college. Okay, it's taught on the street. Okay, now Wall Street versus South Central, same street, don't matter. But you have to obtain the knowledge to level up. You have to obtain the knowledge to level up. If you don't know, you better find out. Simple as that. Okay, and that's why I say this is not for everybody, because you got to have heart. You got to have something in you that's going to push you no matter what. That's why I'm going to talk about this why. That's why this topic is on my mind, is because if you don't have a strong enough why, you're not going to make it. Sorry. Not going to make it. Okay. Don't let me give you what your why is. You need to discover what your why is. You need to discover why this is so important to you. It's so important to me because I look at my family and I feel like they're counting on me, even though they don't know it. They don't know that I'm doing this for them, right? And some of them don't believe that I'm able to do it, and that's okay. That's not a requirement. Their belief in me is not a requirement for me to do what I do. I'm going to do this, all right? And partially for me, because I want to be financially, totally financially independent and hands off in the next 5 to 6 years. Okay. And then say, here, son, here, daughter, here, grandkids, y'all take what I built and build it bigger and better. Okay. And then they can thank me later. Right. And then I ain't that old. So I'll be playing golf. I'll be at the beach. I'll be jet setting around the world. You know, I'll be like, hey, how things going? What the numbers look like? Okay, good job. All right, I'll see y'all next week. You know, but then once they have it, and then they can pass it on to the next generation, and then the next generation, and then the next generation. That's that legacy building. That's that generational wealth you to pass down. You know, when you get to a certain age, what would it have been like? All right. Granted, you're not going to be a spoiled brat and all that, and entitled and all that, but what would your life be like if your parents would have gave you $100 million? Huh? $1 million, right? What if you didn't have to pay for college? What if you could have bought your first house with the money that your parents had saved and left for you? Okay, it changes the whole dynamic of everything. How you interact with the world, how you use money, all those things are disconnected or outside the norm. Let's say it like that. Okay, it's usually reserved for those elite people that have old money and inherited money and trust fund babies and things of that nature. Well, we can do it too. All right, you wasn't born with a silver spoon. Okay, let me show you how to buy it. Buy a silver spoon. Okay, and put it and give it to your kids and grandkids. Okay, but also give them the sense. All right, make sure they're still humble and grateful and kind. Right, that's what I'm talking about. You don't want those spoiled brats. Just thinking they entitled, they deserve everything. That ain't happening. I mean, I don't, we don't, I'm not facing those issues right now, but it could happen if you take your eyes off the ball. So, but that's my why. My why is my family and the lifestyle that I want to live in a very short period of time, and so I can enjoy the latter part of my life while I'm still mobile and active and still can get around and do some things. In another 20, 30 years, I might be too old to move around. So let me enjoy the next 20, 30 years, and the only way that's going to happen is if I become wealthy enough to do all these things. Okay. That's probably going to be a multimillionaire, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, listen, do some soul searching, figure out your why. All right. Hey, book a free consult with me. I'll help you figure out your why. Okay. I don't know if we can do it in 15 minutes, but I can get you on the right track. Okay. Because it is a thing, the one that the common denominator of all successful people is they have a why that doesn't allow them to quit. And that's what it comes down to. Okay. And nobody can give you your why. You have to discover your why for yourself, and you have to make that the gasoline, the jet fuel in your rocket ship to propel you into success. Okay. Once you have that, and everything else is academic. Okay, I made a mistake. You know how much money I probably wasted $100,000 on mistakes in the last 2 years, maybe 3. That's a lot of money. Point being is that wasn't enough to stop me. That wasn't enough. When I lost all my money and was living on less than $3,000 a month, that wasn't enough to stop me. It almost was, but I kicked in I ignited my jet fuel and propelled me. Okay. Motivational speaking. I listen to a lot of motivational speakers from the Christian point of view, preaching, teaching, as well as just regular motivational speakers. Tony Robinson and what's the name? Oh, I forgot what his name, but I've been listening to a lot of them lately, and it's that positive energy you need to keep moving forward. That you need more reinforcement into your mentality, into your soul and your spirit to keep you going. Because sometimes Nobody else is going to help you. Nobody else is going to keep you motivated. You have to motivate yourself. Okay. Nobody wants it as bad as you do. Okay. You can hire all the coaches you want in the world. They're not going to want your business to succeed as more than you want your business to succeed. If they do, then that's a not flattering statement upon yourself. Okay. You got to want it more than anything. I want it more for me and for my son and my daughter and my grandkids than anything else. I want it more for them than they want it for themselves. That's what I'm talking about. That's the motivation that's pushing me to success. Okay. So you need to find your why. Okay. You need to find your why. Listen, you guys, I don't like to be on here long because y'all can't keep my attention on, 20, 30 minutes. But listen, follow me on Facebook. Go to my YouTube channel. I have a ton of videos there talking about similar things to help entrepreneurs. You follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on, what else I got? LinkedIn, all the social media platforms pretty much. And book a free consultation. I want to help you. I want to help you succeed. I want to help you. If that's just coming up with a plan, right? I mean, the money is there. The resources are there. All you need to do is know how to get it. All right. And that's why I call myself the funding coach, is because I know how to get the money to build your empire. That's it. That's it. If you're struggling, you don't know where to go, you need some direction, you need some motivation, you need some encouragement. That's what a funding coach do. But keep it real. A coach calls the play. You run the play. The coach don't run the play. You run the play. Okay? So as a consultant, I'm going to brainstorm with you. I'm going to help you figure out the next steps. Okay? So call me. Let's talk about the coaching or the consulting or the funding. And let's see if we can get you to the next level. All right. My name is Jeremiah Davis. I want to thank you for watching. Share this video on your Facebook page and all your social media. And I'll see you next week. I'm Jeremiah Davis. I'm the funding coach. Peace.